Donald Trump.
This is Clark Atlanta, this is Spelman, this is Morehouse, this is Morris Brown, and all
Isn't that great?
I don't care what the media tells you, Mr.
Wow.
We support you.
That is.
Okay, 4 p.m.
Come here, let me give you a hug.
What a racist. Let me give you a hug. I want to see if you smell like coconut oil and razor bump cream. So Wednesday, President Trump went to an Atlanta Chick-Fil-A, and I don't know if you know this, the people there loved it.
He's doing the hands there.
He's doing the hands there.
It's not about getting rich, but.
Donald Trump?
Yeah, we love Donald Trump.
You do?
Hell
We
yeah.
love Donald Trump. How you doing, man? That's the president.
The captions are wrong.
Now, when we say it, we're white supremacists.
This is Clark Atlanta, this is Spelman, this is Morehouse, this is Morris Brown, and all
Isn't that great?
I don't care what the media tells you, Mr.
Wow.
We support you.
That is.
Okay, 4 p.m. We've been 4 p.m.
Come here, let me give you a hug.
What a racist.
He saw them bags.
Yeah. Let me give you a hug. I want to see if you smell like coconut oil and razor bump cream.
You know,
She doesn't smell half bad.
You know, the best part of that story they didn't tell you. You know who served them? Stacey Abrams.
Yes.
I'm glad she got a job.
Unfortunately, afterward, he was immediately shot at Popeyes. It's a zag. It's a zag. Now,
I think Matt needs a.
didn't expect Lee
crash
Harvey
cart.
Oswald at Popeyes. If you expected something different, that's a statement on you. You heard Popeyes Atlanta and you made your own presumptions. And you know what? You need to check yourself, but I'm glad that we corrected it. Let's build some momentum with that, okay? So this is why you see the voting base changing with Donald Trump. He's changing the map. He's changing demographics in a lot of ways. Let's compare this. Let's contrast it with how former Vice President Biden talks about black voters.
You have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black. They're gonna put you all back in chains.
I'm like the token black mainstream African American who is articulate and bright and clean and nice looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook. We already have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger big shots. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife.
Corn Pop was a bad
Molest my
dude,
daughter.
and he ran a bunch of bad boys. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
That is a montage right there. Where do you begin?
I mean, I don't even know if a black person, when he's saying, they're going to beat up my wife, I don't even know if a black person would have the gall to say, what do you mean they? At that point, like, we know. We know exactly what he means.
If the mainstream media showed that just once, like if that was on Good Morning America,
right,
Trump would win tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That montage that you put together.
Yeah. Thank you.
Honestly,
Michael Strahan should lead in with that.
Exactly.
I want to show you guys something.
My buddy,
He's not Mike Tyson. He just has a guess.
There's similarities. That's all I'm saying.
He's got Letterman's teeth.
If you showed that montage to black people, they'd be like, where'd that motherfucker get a lead pipe? What is you playing Clue? He cut him up.
It's Tyrone in the kitchen.
So this explains why there's some voting trends among black Americans. I don't even know this. Trump got 8% of them in 2016, 12% in 2020. Right now, he's up to 20%. And by the way, he's also winning Latinos. So not only that montage, but it makes sense if you understand the beliefs in the black community, the American black community. As far as faith, 97% of black adults believe in God or some form therein. As far as voting, it's about 70% are in favor of voter ID. As far as trans issues, 68% of black Americans believe that you are the sex you were born with. You know, science. So this is the issue here is, I'm not saying that Republicans are going to be winning the black vote, but just reducing the losing margins to this extent is significant. And then when you add up changing the voting of Hispanic voters, where he's winning Hispanic voters, Republicans are winning Hispanic voters. And then when you look at younger voters, Gen Z, how they are actually breaking, which never happens. White, black, Hispanic, more for President Trump, more for Republicans than ever in history. I understand people who say demographics are destiny, but what they mean is illegal voters who are being brought in from the third world and are basically having their votes purchased. People who have lived here for a long time, black, brown, yellow, white, they're starting to wake up. And it's your responsibility to just don't give up. Have these conversations and don't buy into the divisiveness. We'll link this in the description. That's why we do black and white and the gray issues here.
It dawned on me. I was watching CNN and like MSNBC. I said, there's never been a group of people who are so overrepresented in media than black Americans today without being represented at all. In the sense that if you were like to look at the percentage, it's like, 35% of CNN, they're black, but it's Joy Reid and it's Van Jones. And I'm sitting there because, again, I've been in green rooms and stuff with comics. I'm like, the shit they're saying that this is what the black community is bothered. Like, that's not at all what I hear.
No. You know what I said? They wanted to be in control.
Yeah.
If it's not true.
Also, I left with a really nice weave.
Where was that?
It was at a barbershop. And then we did a few. It was great. I was the only white person surrounded by black people. And guess what? You can have conversations. I was more comfortable speaking with them about these issues than in a room full of white women, because as long as they know you don't, meaning black people, as long as black people know that you don't hate them, guess what? They appreciate authenticity. They're okay with jokes here and there. They're okay with highlighting your differences. They're okay with you being self-deprecating and saying, you know what, though, this is one thing I don't understand about the black community. Have these conversations and just don't absolve yourself by giving up on it.
Watch Louder with Crowder live Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.